The EU has a very sensitive approach to the national identities in the Balkans because of what has happened during the 90s, and they are aware that this is extremely delicate uh, issue. However, there are of course specific cases. In this specific case, there was a Bulgarian MP who started this idea, and it is known that for sometimes Bulgaria has problems with Macedonian national identity. With it wants for the Bulgarian minorities in Macedonia to be accepted as a constitutional element, and Bulgaria and Macedonia have had big problems, even regarding NATO, even regarding all the problems. So it is a specific issue. However, I don't think that it's going to have a big impact. Of course, Macedonia will have to make some some adjustments and to find a consensus with Bulgaria if it wants to progress in the EU path. However, it is quite clear that EU is very careful to the national identities of the Balkan countries. EU was very engaged from the beginning of the 90s, what happened in ex-Yugoslavia, and they have a vision of what can go wrong if the national identities, especially if they are misused from the populist politicians. However, we know how EU functions. It's very complicated, it's very slow. They need to have a big consensus almost every time, a total consensus.